Disney World or Disney Cruise? Which one? So what's better, a Disney World vacation or a Disney Cruise vacation? Today, I'm going to talk about what the pros and cons for each thing is, kind of do a comparison on price, all that kind of stuff, and then at the end, I will tell you which one I would prefer to go on if I were in your shoes, and which one we go on quite a bit. And don't look at the shirt. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. So I did a little comparison on a family of 4 price-wise when it comes to pretty much the same time frame of a Disney World vacation and a Disney cruise vacation on the Disney Dream and Disney the World parks here in Orlando, and I did a comparison to see what the price comparison to each one of those vacations would run you, and I kind of did a little bit of this is the same as this, and you'll see. So let's first talk about the Disney World vacation. So let's do a family of 4, and then you have a random mid-tier resort, which I chose the Riverside, Port Orleans Riverside, which is kind of comparable to a Disney cruise room and stuff like that. So I did that. I also added a 4-day park hopper ticket because that's the same night as the cruise. And then I also picked the dining plan because Disney World cruises have food. So let's dive in to see how much that would actually cost us. So for a family of 4 at the Port Orleans Riverside, you have the park hopper option, which means you can go to all 4 parks anytime. So you can go to Magic Kingdom and Epcot in one day. So 4 days of those, and then you get the dining option, which I recommend. I went to the higher end dining option, which includes a sit-down restaurant, a quick service restaurant, a snack. So you have options, and you also get a refillable cup, a mug at the resort. So pretty much unlimited sodas while you're at the resort. So let's see what the price is there. So with those options, you're looking at about $5,400 for a family of 4 at the Port Orleans. This is from March, at the last week of March, so of this year. So that's what I did the comparison off of. So $5,400 for a family of 4 with the dining package, with the park hopper ticket for 4 days, and with staying at the resort. Not too bad when it comes to, they do run deals from time to time. Right now, I guess they're running a good deal with the packages and things like that. The dining package, it only includes 2 meals, so you're still on the hook for one of those meals, like breakfast or lunch or dinner. If you want to do a character breakfast, that's included in this thing. So if you let's say you wanted to do a character breakfast or a character dining on one of those days, you can do that. And then the other 2 are quick service meals, wherever you want to go. So anywhere that accepts the Disney dining plan, that's where you can go. They have anywhere from the parks over to the resorts, over to Disney Springs. You can go to any of those restaurants. A lot of those restaurants will be in the dining plan as well. So you just have to look to see what best fits your guys' taste in food and when you guys want to actually eat. So then let's go over to the Disney Cruise and see how much that costs for a family of 4. Veranda room, which has, a balcony, just like pretty much any room at one of the resorts has a balcony, or if you're on the first floor, it has like a little patio area. So what is the cost of a family of 4 for a 4-night cruise on the Disney Dream? Let's find out. So on a Disney cruise on the Disney Dream going to Nassau and Lookout Key, their new island, that would run you about $4,500 for a family of 4 in a veranda room. So the Disney cruise right now is a little bit cheaper. So $4,500 for the Disney cruise and $5,400 for the Disney World vacation. So next, let's look at some of the pros on each different vacations. You have the Disney World vacation pros and the Disney cruise vacation pros. So let's look at the Disney World vacation pros. You have 4 different theme parks that you can go to. You have Disney Springs, stuff like that. So you're not stuck on a cruise ship. You pretty much get to come and go as you please to the different theme parks, the restaurants. You just come and go as you please, eat when you want, ride rides. There's a lot of rides you get to go on, stuff like that. Now let's look at the Disney cruise Pros: you have unlimited food, which you can eat whenever you want. You can eat as much as you want. You have sit-down dining, you have quick service dining, you have ice cream, you have unlimited sodas, all that kind of stuff. You also have a kids program, which is free. So the kids club, the Oceaneers Club, is actually free. You don't have to pay unless they're 2 years old and younger. Then you have to pay for their nanny, their nursery services. But if they're 3 and over, you don't have to pay for any of the kids programs. They also have adult-only areas in the cruise ship, so you can go to the adult area pool and things like that. So they have only adult areas where you can go and get away from your children, while they're in the kids area, you can go to the adult area. You also have amazing shows and entertainment on the cruise ships, which are absolutely free, and they have Broadway style shows. Like on the Dream, you have Beauty and the Beast. You have this really cool thing called the Golden Mickeys, all that kind of stuff. So all those are absolutely free, and they also have trivia on the ships. A lot of stuff to do while you're on the ships, and most of them, 99% of them, don't cost anything extra. On top of all that, instead of going to 4 different theme parks, you're actually traveling the world. So depending on the different itineraries you go on, like I said, this one goes to Nassau and their new island that they have, Lookout Point, Lighthouse Point at Lookout Key, whatever it is, you get to go to it, and you get to go all over the world. They have itineraries to Mexico, they have itineraries to the Bahamas, they have itineraries you can go to Alaska, so all sorts of different places around the world you can go to on a Disney cruise. So now we go from the pros. Let's see what's not so good about the Disney World vacations. So on the Disney World vacations, you have long wait times. Most of the time in Florida, it's very, very hot, so you're sweating, and it's not very fun being out in the hot sun waiting in very long lines. And then while it's hot, in order to go to the pool, you actually have to leave the theme park, so that takes away from your vacation at the theme parks to go back to the resort and go to the pools, which I highly recommend. If you're gonna go to the theme parks, go in the morning, take a break in the afternoon, and then go back later on in the evening. And it's really nice that way. You get to take a nap if you want. You get to go to the pool in the middle of the day, which is the hottest part of the day. So those kind of things. It's a con and a pro for me at the same time, because that's what we do when we're on vacation. And then the other con about the Disney World vacation is there's not all the meals are included. Like I said, you have a dining plan, which I put in the price, but you don't have all your meals included, and you only get that one snack. So let's say you got that one snack and it was a churro, and you're like later on, oh man, I really want a Mickey bar. You got to pay for that Mickey bar now. So it adds on to the cost. And then you also have either breakfast or lunch, whichever one you, or dinner, whatever one you don't want to use the quick service meal for, you have to pay for. So if you want 3 meals a day, you're going to have to spend extra money on top of that, and that can rack up between, for a family of 4, 50, 60 bucks per meal. So add that on top of it for each of the days that you're there. That can add up. Now let's go for the cons of the cruise ships. You're stuck on a cruise ship, so if you want to get off that cruise ship other than when you're at port, you can't. You're in the middle of the ocean, so you're stuck. You have to be on a cruise ship. So if you get seasick or anything like that, not a good idea to be on a cruise ship in the middle of the ocean if you get seasick or anything like that. So that is one of the cons of doing a cruise vacation. Another con is having less dining options as you do at the parks. So, on the cruise ship, you're stuck with whatever's on that cruise ship. You have, the different little quick service restaurants, you have the ice cream, blah, 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 but you don't have as many options as you do on land at the theme parks and Disney Springs, and even outside of the theme parks, the restaurants that are around there, on iDrive and things like that. So you're stuck with the restaurants that are on the ship, and if you don't like any of them, you're not going to eat anything. And then the last con for the cruise vacation is, yes, you get to go around the world, but in order to do a lot of stuff on the ports, you have to pay extra for excursions. You don't have to do excursions, which a lot of times we just go and wander around the city or wherever we're at on the private islands. We don't really do too many excursions. Sometimes we do, but most of the time we just enjoy the beach day, and which is all free. So, but you do do, if you want to do extra fun things on your cruise vacation, that's an extra cost when it comes to excursions. So it could run in between $50 per person to $100 and something per person, just depending on what kind of excursions you want to do. There are a lot of different kinds of excursions that you can do while you're on the cruise ship, but again, those are extra costs. So those are my comparisons between a Disney World vacation and a Disney cruise vacation. We love going to Disney cruises just because we live not that far from Disney World. So it's really, we go and do staycations every once in a while. Like we just did a staycation at the Animal Kingdom Lodge, which we had an amazing time at. We also did a staycation at the new Island Tower at the Polynesian Resort, which again was amazing. So those two places, you know, were really, really fun, but we didn't have the extra cost of buying tickets and stuff like that. You know, some places like the DVC vacation that we just had on the Island Tower, some of those things you can actually bring food with you because they have a full kitchen, like over at the Fort Wilderness Campground, the cabins over there, they have full kitchens. A lot of the other resorts like Saratoga Springs, they have full kitchens. If it's a DVC resort, which you can look up, they have full kitchens, and you can bring your food, you can have food delivered, stuff like that. So that will save some of the money on your cost when it comes to food. You're still gonna have to cook your food and then clean up your food and stuff like that. So that defeats the purpose of a vacation sometimes for some people, but you have that option as well. On a Disney cruise, you don't really have that option. But we love going on Disney cruises. We love going on pretty much any cruises. We've been on Disney and we've been on Royal Caribbean. We've done a Norwegian and a Carnival cruise as well. But those other two are the ones we usually stick to, Royal Caribbean and Disney. But Disney Cruise is pretty much our favorite cruise line ever. We have one coming up in a couple weeks going on the Disney Dream. And it's gonna be so much fun. We love going on Disney cruises. We were just on the Disney Treasure over Christmas. They're a maiden voyage on that. If you haven't seen those videos, make sure you go and watch those videos. I'll link them in the description below. But these Disney cruises are by far one of our favorite things to do, and we just keep going and going because they're so much fun. We love the shows, we love the food, we love just the entertainment on the ships, doing the trivia. The kids love the kids clubs, so it's pretty much a vacation for everybody, and it's so relaxing. And you know, going to the parks can be very overwhelming sometimes, and not a relaxing vacation because you sometimes need a vacation from your vacation when you go to a Disney theme park, because there's just so much walking, so much trying to figure out what ride you're going to go on, trying to, you know, the app and stuff like that. It's sometimes overwhelming to some people, but other people just love going to the theme park. So again, it all depends on your family, what you guys want to do. We love cruising and we love Disney, and we do both, but we live so close, you know, we can pretty much do both. But let me know in the comments, do you like Disney World or have you done a Disney cruise? Which one do you like going on better? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you like videos like this and going on cruises, because we do a lot of vlogs from the cruises and we do a lot of vlogs from the theme parks. So there's a little bit for everybody. So I will see you guys later. Remember to love yourselves and each other. Bye-bye.